What has your child done that is technically wrong but you were proud of them for doing it? Early in her junior year in high school, my daughter was getting something from her locker between classes, and a member of the football team groped her. Trained as she was by her brothers, one older and one younger, her first immediate reaction was to whip around and break his nose. Both of her brothers learned early not to get into physical fights with her, as she fights dirty. On his way down, she followed up with a swift kick between his legs, leaving Mr. Handy on the floor, bleeding, vomiting and holding his crotch. When I got to the principal's office, I found my darling little girl still looking all kinds of pissed off, the kid no longer bleeding or holding his crotch, and both of his parents. I listened to the story and nodded wisely. Then I said, well, I guess the punishment fit the crime. Why are we here? What are you talking about? Kid's dad says, we're calling the cops for this assault. I couldn't help it. I started to laugh. You really want to make the fact public that your kid put his hands on a girl uninvited and got his butt kicked for his trouble? You know what? Let's call the cops. We can't have a predator running around free in our high school life. Then the principal, a nice enough woman, tried to calm things down by saying that both of the kids would, of course, have detention for their inappropriate behavior. This was not good enough for me. She had done nothing wrong. I asked if it was official school policy that a young woman passively allow herself to be groped, and then noted that might be the best explanation for the way that Mr. Handy felt free to go around groping girls without their permission. Then I mentioned the magic word, lawsuit. Suddenly, my daughter wasn't in trouble any longer. On the way home I suggested that she owed her brothers for teaching her to stand up for herself. So, she was technically in the wrong according to the principal, but I thought what she did was both hilarious and fitting to the